Welcome to the OpenMind podcast, where we keep an open mind about any and everything. And I'm here with my co-host Trent.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Your boy Trent. This is the first podcast. Good to be here right now. This is this is very important right now. Always the first one is important. So yeah, we was just talking about some about the NBA and how it's gonna be like different now. So what do you think about?
Oh yeah, so a few weeks ago they said that NBA was supposed to be restarting July 31st, and they
Right.
said it's like a quarantine when like you can't. The players they all going to Orlando where those AAU games was at in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and out of all places, that's like one of the where the coronavirus, like they getting
Right.
the most cases. It's kind of crazy how they would pick that place.
Yeah.
But recently, like they getting a little bit of backlash, like from Kyrie. Kyrie Irving came out and had reportedly a Zoom call with like 200 players, over 200 players,
Sheesh.
and like he basically was saying he doesn't think that the NBA should be restarted. And I kind of agree with him because there's bigger things going on right now in the NBA
Yeah.
that's bigger than basketball.
Yeah.
And him and a few other players are deciding to sit out. I know Dwight Howard, Avery Bradley, and some other players I don't really know right now. But they all the reason I think Kyrie had said like he was basically being a voice for all the other players, and I respect that. And I know recently LeBron was like that he thinks that the NBA is the perfect platform for the whole Black Lives Matter movement and everything. And then Kyrie said maybe we should just cancel the season and start his own league. And see, that's what that's what sparked me.
Yeah.
Because when you think about it, so it's African Americans make up 13%
Mm-hmm.
of America, right? And in the NBA, it's a league run on majority of black people.
Exactly.
So, and the owners, like commissioners, they're all like the owners of these teams and of the NBA, they're all like white people, right?
Right.
And when you really think about it, all these players and they getting paid millions of dollars. So what? How about all these players get together and just make their own league with people that look like them?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm pretty sure when you count up all these endorsements with players like LeBron, like they have enough money to start their own
Most
league.
definitely. Most definitely. Like, yeah, and I think that would be a great idea. And then it wouldn't even have to be just like a only black league. It could be anybody who wants to come play with them. So it can
Yeah.
be like I see like Luka going to play like with Kyrie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be like a long process. But the fact that the only reason why the NBA is so successful now is because of players like Kyrie and in our race, basically, like in all sports, to be honest, like
Yeah, Kyrie,
NFL and everything. So
Kyrie's getting a lot of hate. I don't understand. Like Kyrie's been getting so much hate for the past few years. Like I think he said that he want to retire early, and I'm not even surprised that he want to retire early because
yeah, the only reason why Kyrie gets a lot of hate is because of I don't know. It's just I guess the audience that do watch him and stuff like that. They don't really they never just agree with what he has to say on just issues and stuff like that. They're just saying, no, you should just like the lady told LeBron, just shut up and dribble, like type mentality and stuff like that. But Kyrie is just saying like how his purpose here, not just on the court but just on earth,
off
is
the court,
way
yeah.
more important than just dribbling a ball and giving these issues like attention and stuff. I did even hear where they wanted to put like the social justice issues like on the back of the jerseys and stuff. Just heard that they it just came in that they said they don't want to put any like deceased names. So no names like Breonna Taylor or George Floyd. And I heard that was like the NBA players' request. But
for respect to their families and stuff.
yeah, but it's almost like you remember when the NBA had the things where they'll put like their nicknames on the back of the
Oh
jerseys.
yeah. What was that? Is that an All-Star game or something like that?
I think it was just like a regular.
Uh,
They were just doing that for like I know LeBron had like King James on his.
yeah.
Kyrie had not Doctor. What's the movie that he played in?
Oh, Uncle Drew.
Uncle Drew,
Uncle
like
Drew.
he had Uncle Drew on the back of his. And it might just be like a one thing type thing, like a one game type thing, or it'd be like Black Lives Matter on the back of the jerseys, or the I can't breathe quote. It's cool. It's going to definitely bring attention and awareness to the social things that's going on in the world, like just the whole racial issues and stuff. But it's not gonna. It's just gonna pass. It's like they're gonna have it one day, and then no one's gonna even think about it, no more. It'd be different if they had like that the social justice issues and stuff like that on the back of jerseys like all year, but it's probably just gonna be like for a game, and it's not gonna make too much of a difference.
I think they should just cancel the season, to be honest, because at this point, when they have players sitting out like. However this is gonna play out this late July, like I don't know how it's not gonna be the same. There's no fans can be there,
right?
So it's like they're playing pickup,
right,
in an open gym, and then like even whoever wins, I don't think it's still gonna feel the same. Whoever wins the championship, so I think they should might as well just cancel the season.
Definitely.
I'm pretty sure like I don't even understand why they don't cancel it. It's not like the NBA will be hurting from that.
Right.
Like this is like a multi-billion-dollar company.
But you know one thing about rich people, they want to get richer, like whatever is gonna keep their banks keep growing and stuff. So them starting the season or them not starting the season, it's definitely gonna be different both ways. But like not starting the season would be like the smarter way to do it. But starting the season, people still gonna be tuning in and watching. It's gonna be something different to watch. I know it's not gonna be the same energy like with the fans and the crowd and stuff, but like it's gonna be something different to watch. I just want to see how it's gonna be like. I know like a lot of NBA players been like training probably way more now or not training at all.
It's either back and forth, it's no in between.
Exactly. So it's gonna be like a imbalance or a balance of just NBA players going off versus the ones that's not
out of shape. And I heard some players send out because they think it's just a distraction, and yeah, that is true because with this whole Black Lives, it's a lot of controversy going on right now with this Black Lives Matter thing.
Yeah.
Like to piggyback off that, like if you look on Apple Music, you look on or even I remember I was on my phone the other day, it was an advertisement and it was just Black Lives Matter. It's like it was kind of crazy. Like it's like more business moves about the Black Lives Matter movement than actually finding solutions for black minorities.
Yeah.
So like I think like it comes down to like people really need to find real solutions, and that's why I respect what Kyrie was saying, that we don't really need to start the season back, and he should start his own. They should start their own league.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that was a good point because just the whole Black Lives Matter thing is like a business now. It's like a way to market the issues that's going on now, and I just heard like two black people just got killed that supposedly said they was representing Black Lives Matter, but it was in a different way they was handling things and stuff. So it's like you just gotta pay attention to who you representing at the end of the day. Like it's definitely an agenda under like the Black Lives Matter like movement and stuff, to where I'm not saying it's like a trap for black people, but I don't know, it don't really seem, it don't seem genuine. Like it's something that we don't know about. Going on. It's something going on. It's deeper than it's deeper than what it is. Mm-hmm.
Like I think, big shouts out to Lil Baby. He came out with a song called Bigger Than what was it called?
I think Bigger Than Us, I think it's called.
Yeah, it was bigger than something, but out of all the rappers, I didn't expect him to come out with a song like that. But he was saying it was bigger than black and white.
Yeah.
And that's true. Yeah. Because it's like more than just skin color. it's a spiritual warfare.
Right.
I don't. It's all kinds of stuff going on
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah. It's like a whole war on consciousness right now. Just like anything that's going to take us away from ourselves. But I did like what Lil Baby was saying on the song, like how even though he talks about killing and violence in his
Oh yeah,
songs,
he admitted it. He admitted
yeah,
it
like
that
he
did.
admitted to it. And
That yeah, I'm glad he did that.
that's a good step in one direction to go to, like, you know, just bring out more at least positive music instead of just the things that'll turn you up, because I already know music, like, it subconsciously programs, you know, your mind. If you just, you know, listen to it a lot, it'll influence you to do things that you never did before, like violent things and stuff, instead of, like, you know, the things that's going on now, to where it's like, you know, we should bring awareness to, like, how we should be as black people, but as just the human race, to be honest, you know. And I feel like a lot of rappers is like conscious of this. They know that they should be putting out this kind of content.
I would say some rappers though, like I do understand why they wouldn't come out with a song, cause like let's say a rapper like Chief Keef or something like that, where they making songs about killing people, they would sound like a hypocrite if they come out with some conscious song right now. So that would be like a bad look. But,
Yeah.
But that's big ups to Lil Baby. I think who else? Somebody else dropped the song. Kanye and Travis. That was the first song since.
What was it called? Wash Us in the Blood.
Yeah, Wash Us in the Blood. The first song with Travis and Kanye since 2018.
Yeah, that is crazy though. Like I was surprised hearing Travis on that song.
Yeah,
anyway.
Kanye really got Travis, and no curse words. It was no curse words in the song.
I did like Trav verse though. I did like Trav verse.
I think one of the lines in the song, Kanye was like, "If it's on the news, it's fake." And that's true, because it's, especially right now, it's so much information out right now where like it's like it would be hard for somebody to know which is real and which is fake, because every day like it's news about somebody dying. It's something like, especially right now.
Yeah.
Like we got the whole race war, and then we got stuff about Corona, and then it's stuff about the whole presidential Trump election situation.
Yeah.
And it's real crazy right now.
It's real crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Matrix, they coming at us in all areas, you know, and that's all the news. I wouldn't say all the news do, but like mostly what they do is just manipulate people and just spread all type of fear and stuff like that.
Speaking
like,
of, when you were saying manipulate, you said you was talking. I think the other day you was talking about the George Soros dude.
Yeah, George Soros.
Talk about, what you know about him? I don't really know too much.
Yeah, so George Soros, he's a billionaire. He basically invests and thrive off of movements like the Black Lives Matter movement, and other movements and stuff like that across the country that's going on. But he was a Republican, but he became like a Democrat, and he basically funds the Black Lives Matter movement, and it's a lot of things on how he's like a Marxist, to where he almost like controls in a certain way, to where like how the movements go and stuff like that, how the protests go, how and how it leads to like riots and stuff. Like he's like he's making money off of this stuff, like it's like a actual business for him, and he's running like the economic issues that's going on, and he's with the higher ups, to where like he knows like the FBI and stuff like that. So I'm like, crazy. I don't want no person funding no Black Lives Matter movement if he works with. I mean, I guess to get your word across and make the Black Lives Matter movement better, but it's not really. I'm seeing a lot of riots happen. I'm seeing a lot of looting happen. It's just not going in the direction that it should go.
I'm glad that people are mad that this stuff is happening. It's sad that it took this many deaths. Like, we're in 2020, and it took them this long for like to loot and riot this hard. But I don't understand, because we're not really finding, like, we need to do something much more different. We've already seen what happens when we riot, protest, loot. Like nothing has really changed yet. Like we
Right.
really need to somebody.
We just need to take a big step, and that's the whole thing about it, is no one want to take that huge step, like how Kyrie was saying he want to start his own league. Most players is probably thinking like, nah, I don't think I want to do that. I'm comfortable under the association I'm under right now, and stuff like that. But if Kyrie was to like make that big step to where he can shift the just the
league.
black community,
Yeah.
like just something like that, to where we have something of our own in a way. It's just taking that big step instead of protesting every year, getting some board and writing what you want on it, and the police is still like killing people. That's peacefully protesting also. So it's like it definitely need to be another way that we need to handle this situation instead of just repeated history.
Everybody got to play their part, and it is like, especially in the black community. I don't know. I've been seeing lately, like a few days ago on social media, like it's like I remember they say Black Lives Matter, and then it'll say like Black Trans Lives Matter, but it's like, I mean, yeah, it matters, but when we're talking about gender wars, and I know this is a real sensitive topic, like if you start talking about gender and stuff with other people, like those communities will come after you, like talking about like people are being misogynist and all that. But with like, we gotta keep just like, you gotta keep an open mind about everything.
All right.
So of course these lives and these certain subgroups within the black community matter, but we're first and foremost identified as black. Like if you see a trans person, you don't even say, oh, this is a trans black person. You just like, it's a black person. So like once we like figure out that part, like just identifying the black community and finding the solution to this whole little racism thing, that's like, then we'll be okay. Then we could start focusing on those smaller groups, because like the black community right now, like we really don't know what to do. Honestly, let's be real. We really don't know what to do.
That's true. We run to protest every time something happens, like the Trayvon Martin situation. We ran to protest, and it's happened year after year after year, and somebody just need to take that first step. Somebody need to make where we have our own community or something.
It's not built for us. This system is not really like, because if you look at every other minority group, so like let's say in America, Mexicans, I think Hispanics and Mexicans are like the second largest minority, and even Asians, I think Asians are like the fourth largest. But all these little minority groups in America, they all have like their own. You could go to a town and it's just like a majority of Mexicans, and they all got their own little restaurants.
Right, that's true.
And Asians always at nail shops.
That's true.
And they always do like beauty supply stores.
That's true.
But when it comes to black people, like we really don't. What can you call that? You know that black people always have.
Yeah.
Or something. Like even
true.
with so like let's get deeper. Like when you're talking about language, right? So every little nationality, like Mexicans and Hispanics, they go back to Spanish. Asians, they have Chinese. Even English technically is from Great Britain. So that language is from white people. Right. So when you go to black people, what is our original African Americans? What are our original language?
That's
we don't even have our own language.
That's crazy. That is so crazy. And that's just one of the perks of just the beginning of time, that it'd be cool to create our own language, but it's gonna take, I wouldn't say take so long, but like it's just gonna take, we've been programmed since we were like, since the beginning of time to like, we didn't even have our country to ourselves. We was literally colonized as soon as like we woke up, basically. So we just been oppressed for so long, and it'd be cool if someone can make that first step into like making a change into something like that. But like just the government and higher ups overall is like,
hi guys,
how you doing? How you doing? Good. They're used to like separate us And even what you talking about with the Mexicans having their own communities, now they talking about immigration and how the whole immigration issues is going on.
Oh, it's no way. It's impossible. That's never gonna happen. They're never gonna get Mexicans out of here. Like,
yeah, it's not.
Honestly, they make up so much of the workforce that it's no possible way. I don't even know why people even we'll see if that say that topic for another day.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's just the I feel like the plan right now is to like use every way to have us separate as people. If it's the COVID situation, keeping us separated from people and looking at you crazy if you don't have a mask. I was like in Panda Express yesterday and like was told like you can't eat here if you don't have a mask.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, dang, what did it feel for like black people back in the day saying, walk into a restaurant and saying you can't eat here because you're black, not relating those things, but it's like almost like a repeat in history.
Yeah, I don't think it's like we're moving into a different world where like more people are being isolated. I don't think how this corona situation is playing out, it's moving into that direction, because like now people are not really being together no more, like it's just a bunch of separation.
It was a thing where like more people has died in quarantine than actual like
I didn't know that.
Yeah, actually it's more people that died in being quarantined than actual being out and stuff like that. And quarantine is causing depression. Like people don't know what to do. People sit in front of their TV all day, in front of the news all day, and watching false news and whatever they're feeding them, and then they go out into the world, and it's just a bad place, that we live in. But just being aware of these things that like the news is definitely supposed to just spread negative and fear, because that's what it attracts. That's what gets the most numbers and stuff. But
when you were saying people in quarantine, like I can only imagine when this whole thing happened, like those people who dealing with addictions and stuff like that, like they're probably really going through it for real.
Yeah,
they can't leave. They're probably bored.
Yeah.
So
no one's bringing issues to this.
Yeah.
We're not, the main agenda is not focused on the people that's actually probably struggling and stuff like that. And there's I got a whole thing going, like there's so much unemployment right now. It's
like the highest rate it's ever been.
The highest rate for 1% of people that have COVID.
I will say, this is the one thing I'll say that I kind of like about the unemployment, because employment in America really needs to change, or at least how it has like the structure of it. Because when you look at employment in America, right? So let's just say a typical 9-to-5 job. So let's say you work a 9-to-5, right, and you making $10 an hour. First of all, it's a lie, because you're not really making $10 an hour, because you get taxed. So you're really making maybe $7, maybe even $8 an hour, and then you're working 8 hours a day. So think about the time before you get up for work. So that's maybe an hour or whatever. You get ready, then you gotta drive, so you're not getting paid at all for any of that time. That's your time. So it's really like 8 hours a day is really not 8, because once you get off of work, then you gotta drive home or whatever and get food.
True.
So it's really like 10 hours. It's all a lie.
That's true. That is true.
Like it could, because people already hate people. The 9-to-5 system already gets hate.
Yeah, it's a horrible system. It's like a slave system.
Like the whole employment system in America is just a little bit off. Like it's nothing bad. Like if you like a 9-to-5, like all praise to you. It is what it is, but I don't think that's the most efficient way we could like use
definitely not. It's definitely not, but it's where like the beginning of time where all people know is like, okay, when I turn this age, I need to get a job.
Yeah,
economy has grown. Just spending wise, like where things are more expensive now, where things are like flashed in front of our faces now, more materialistic things now, and the government is giving like a certain payment off, but it's not feeding a whole lot of families. It's a whole lot of families that's probably worrying about their next meal.
Yeah, when you talking about that payment, so government gave out a stimulus check, one stimulus check of $1,200, which isn't a lot at all. And I think, I'm not too sure, but I know other countries, they were saying they got better. Basically, the government did better at paying them or whatever, giving them the money they needed. But $1,200, and it was only one time. Like,
Right.
that's not a lot of money. Think of it like when you
It's
add
not.
up
It's not.
car notes, rent,
It's
electric
not.
bill, all that. $1,200, like that's it. I know we have way more than enough money
Most
to pay
definitely.
everybody in America, every single person,
Most
some
definitely.
good amount of money.
And the thing is too, like I feel like we owe a lot of money to countries and stuff like that, like China that manufactures most of the stuff we use today. We also owe so much money to where it's like, yo, we don't even have our own thing. We can't even fully provide for our own people, and just being aware of that and just saying like, yo, like government gotta do something, bro. Like it needs.
I don't
to be
even
some
know.
type
We
of,
need to reform the entire government structure, like, because I think this goes into like capitalism. If you know what that is, capitalism, like it's basically like a gimme
Right.
type of system.
Yeah.
Like capitalism is proven to be like it's good. So like, let me explain this for those who don't know. So capitalism, right? So think about it like this. I'm making what, $8 an hour. You making $8 an hour. We both, like, I gotta get a certain amount of money for something. You do too. So we both working 8 hours, but we both got the option to choose to get 18 or like more than 8 hours. So let's say I choose because I want to get a certain type of money, and like, and you choose to stay at your 10 hours, and I choose to do like 10, 12 hours or something like that. So let's say we both want a car, and let's say I want the nice car and you want the same one, right? So I work those certain amount of hours because I want to get there, but you work them hours and you never get it, and you get kind of upset. But like, the thing is, I shouldn't have to work as that extra hard. You know, some people have motivation or whatever, but the thing is, we shouldn't have to do all that just to get if that makes any sense. That was kind of a little bit all over the place. But capitalism basically is like, you shouldn't have to work as hard as you do to get what you want.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. And just like the only things like with jobs is where it's almost put us in that position where like, okay, this is a comfortable way to make money. I think there definitely need to be more options out here to where we can make better money, like just better have a better type of income, or more streams of income, instead of the person that doesn't know what to do and just rely on this one.
That's like coming out of high school. Like, when you coming out of high school, you really only have two options. You either get a job or go to college. And like, it's got to be something more than that.
Right.
Like, we got to have that whole
Right.
thing needs to be
Right.
something need to be done about
and
that.
it's just a system at the end of the day. It's just a fixed system where it's like a lot of people have to just like worry about college or worry about a job. It's just a fixed system at this point where it's like, this is what I have to think about in this period of my life, instead of doing stuff that can help you benefit yourself or put you in a position where you can make your own money and have your own time, because it's just all over the place though. That is all over the place though.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we was gonna talk about streams of income today.
That was crazy. I don't know. That just came off top.
Yeah. I didn't even know we was gonna talk about streams of income. Like I definitely stretched out everything I need to say that I had planned, but this was good though.
That's just what this is just for the Black Lives Matter whole situation.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. That was a good episode.
Facts.
We'll be back for episode 2. We're probably gonna we're gonna stray off a little bit from this Black Lives Matter. We'll probably get into more conscious type of talk and about what's really, really, really going on.
Right. Just stuff that we like to talk about, like, just things, because we don't really like to focus on the issues and matters that's going on in the world like that.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, nothing even really matters.
Nothing matters.
But that's episode 1. Check back in for episode 2, and we'll catch y'all later.
Peace.